Howdy, zookeepers, and welcome to the Northridge Zoo, a brand new franchise zoo that I'm starting today. There's only one problem. There's no zoo right now. There's nothing here. So join me on this unedited version of me building the entrance to this new zoo. Grab a snack, get some popcorn, and just relax with me, okay, while we do this. The zoo is about to be so epic, and we're starting in franchise mode, which is even more difficult because that means we have a bit of money. I have $40,000 to start off with this zoo. But let's get started. Today we're doing the entrance. We're going for like a Pacific Northwest vibe, and I think that's going to be really fun to do. Right now we just have the little guest spawners that everybody starts off with. So I guess let's just get started on the plaza that I'm thinking of doing. Yeah, I have a bunch of plans for this zoo, so I'm excited to kind of like share them as we get further along with the process. But right now we're just starting off with, there's going to be 3 buildings to the guest plaza entrance. And one of them is going to be kind of like a more historical one. But yeah, join me as I'm building it. You can kind of, this is just going to be like a longer, cozy building thing, I guess. So grab some popcorn and just enjoy a chill vibe with me. I completely forget what the guest gate is. There it is, zoo entrance. That's what I'm looking for. We need to go ahead and start off with this. This is probably the most important thing that we need to get people to get into the zoo, pay admission, you know. But other than that, we need to start on getting all the paths laid out. That's kind of how I like to do with zoos. I'm not necessarily new to this. I have about 500 hours. I enjoy this game a lot, and now it's time to build a Pacific Northwest vibe zoo. So yeah, let's just make a little grand plaza, so then when people walk into the zoo, they don't get bottlenecked right away. We don't want everyone kind of just going in one location. So I like making these little things like circles, and then we'll have this kind of like loop around here. I'm low-key looking at a picture already that I drew of this that I've been planning. Okay, that's the general shape that I'm gonna go for. I'm just gonna go ahead and smooth all of the harsh edges out because we want to make it a little bit more natural. But yeah, let me tell you more about kind of the idea for the zoo that I have for this. The idea is that this is kind of an older zoo, maybe like a city zoo off like in a park somewhere, but somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, which is really a lot of rain. I guess it's considered rainforest, but it's a crazy looking forest essentially with like a bunch of pine trees and all that stuff. Love the vibe of it. I've been to a couple zoos up that way. I've been to the Seattle Zoo before, which is the Woodland Park Zoo, and then also a zoo called Point Defiance, and that's kind of like a large part of the ideas are going to come from like those 2 parks. Big fans of them, so excited to kind of like bring them to life with a bunch of visions or like ideas I have from them. But yeah, this is kind of the general shape of the plaza that I'm thinking we'll start with. But with the Northridge Zoo, the idea is to have it where it's a lot of historical buildings tied in with like more realistic, new updated stuff. So for this beginning entry plaza, we're going to be looking for, not log, we're looking for construction. There we go. We're starting off with the first ticket booth, essentially. So we'll have a building right about here that's going to be the old admission building that they just kind of like built around, if that makes sense. And then kind of like added a newer looking one off to the side. So we'll be doing exactly that with this nice thing. We'll have like an info booth instead rather than actual like a ticket booth. And then we'll have that. And we're just going to kind of get the shape down at first. And then we'll add more details as we go. There we go. So, yeah, I have a lot of plans for it. This episode, we're just kind of jumping in and getting all the guest area set up. I do have the issue with money. Since this is franchise mode, I'm going to have to be dealing with all of the pesky things that come with it, including having to worry about guest happiness. Right now, they're not too happy because there's nothing in this zoo so far, but yeah, we'll have to be doing that. We're going to have to worry about hiring people, the zookeeper costs and everything. But yeah, so that's going to be the general shape of the older building. I'll probably get more detailed with it later. Just going to work on the layout at first. And then I'm thinking there's going to be more of like an overlay here. Let's go ahead and get that started. We're going to do... let's do some plaster pieces. Those are always fun to do. I guess I didn't realize how many plaster pieces there are. There we go. We're looking for the North African plaster pieces. Love these things because they are able to be changed color. So we'll be able to get it more of like a darker kind of tone, almost like a concrete kind of style. And I was thinking this is just kind of like the zoo added it to kind of just add shade, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why they added it. Not yet. But I need to make it a little taller. So we'll get into that group. Highlight all of this stuff. And we'll just move it up just a tad. And then we're going to add supports to that as well. As well as probably a nicer looking roof. There's exactly one that I'm looking for. I forget the name of it. Metal plank. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. It looks so good. And it just looks so realistic too. That's kind of the goal of this one, is a bit of realism. And I feel like this is something a zoo would actually have for like the entrance area. There we go. And then we're gonna add a bit of support beams. I love these ones. I forget where they're added. New World Architecture. I think they've been in since the beginning, but they make it look so good. So we're gonna add a couple of these. Looking at where the actual support would be, it'd probably be right up against this building. And then, oh, that's not lining up perfectly. That's okay. We'll get that lined up. And then we can just go ahead and copy. Well, let's go ahead and attach them first. So we need not that big of a beam. I guess we can. It'll just overlap a little bit. Let's go ahead and get that rotated and lined up so it's attached to the ceiling. You don't want anything just floating around. It's not Minecraft. It's not, that wouldn't be realistic. And we're going for realism in the zoo. Okay, and then you can go ahead and copy all those. Oop, that's not lined up at all. Okay, cool. And then we'll just kind of bring those across, I guess, right here. And then another one, probably about, I'm gonna do it there, because there's gonna be another building here. I haven't even gotten to that part yet. Just getting the layouts all situated, and then we'll kind of focus up more on some of the details here very, very soon, because we still need a roof for this place. Next up, that's gonna be all kind of considered one building. We're gonna also be building a more modern looking gift shop, something that maybe the zoo added on when they were doing this renovation to the entrance area. So We'll go ahead and lay that out now. We're gonna do it. There's this painted vertical, what is it? Stained? I think that's the, yeah, stained. This wood, beautiful, beautiful piece. Also a big fan of it because you can change the color to more of a brown cut tone. Oh, this is probably one of the best pieces in the game. I use this all the time. So we're gonna do this more on a slant here. Kind of like this to match this path right here. So we'll just get it kind of laid out, and then I actually need to move it so it's lined up to the path. There we go. And this is gonna be too big. For gift shops, there's like the module gift shops that you can like get really crazy with the gift shop. We're not gonna do that. We are going to just add the Looney Balloons shop. And we'll get those placed down just so people can like kind of walk in here, buy something. We're looking for some guest facilities. We're looking for merchandise, and we're just gonna plop these down, and they can just come and buy these from that. There we go. And then it might get a little congested in here, but hopefully it'll be hidden when we put the roof on, so people won't have to fight it out. There we go. Okay. And then we'll just go ahead and align it to there, and then get these connected. It's always a little bit, always kind of have to fiddle with it just a little bit, but we'll get it. Giving me a little bit of troubles. There we go. No? Okay. Hey, this is part of the unedited process. This is part of the vibe. This is what you're joining me for. Is watching me struggle to get this one little placement. Okay, I guess the door's going here. The door is going right there. I wanted it to be a little bit further out from the entrance, but you know what? The Planet Zoo Path said no. So I wonder if I can attach. Oh, okay, I can build something. Do we need toilets in here? I'll do toilets. Toilets will be coming into here. We're gonna go ahead. Everyone needs toilets at the entrance. You know, after a long car ride, everyone's always looking for the bathroom at the beginning of a zoo trip. And our zoo is gonna be no different. We'll go ahead and just kind of... Is that way too close to the path? Oh, no. That is not what we wanted. We'll go ahead and scoot that over. Yeah, I guess there's fine. Gives the people running to the bathroom a little bit of privacy. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so this is the general layout. We got a more modern gift shop. We got the older looking ticket booth with like the add-on. And then we're gonna have a little entrance area statue photo op here that we can kind of actually go ahead and smooth out. I forgot to smooth this section out. There we go. Just make it more of a oval shape, but we'll leave this little point because I like that point. And then our first exhibit will go there. That'll be the next episode. So, but we're not done with the guest one, so we can't jump to the next episode yet. It's very important to kind of get all of this situated, and then we'll be able to get into everything. We'll also need a staff area around here, but that'll be once we have animals. We need to get this done. So let's go ahead and finish up the old building, so then it is technically the first building of Northridge that we're building. So then I can say it's the oldest building. We'll go ahead and start getting a roof on it. I really love this Arctic wood set. I think it's going to be perfect for the Northwest vibes, especially with all of the older buildings that we might have in the future. Let's get that one. There we go. And then kind of just build. We'll go ahead and actually do it like this. There we go. That might look a little better. And then to even it out, I just realized I kind of need to actually extend this one more, because it would not make a perfect roof pitch, and we want this roof to come to a point. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and add that side as well. There we go. Already low-key coming together. The shape of it is showing, and I do want a little bit of an overhang. Go ahead and actually make that double, and then we can extend all of these over, and then we'll move this one so it overhangs this way, and then we'll copy it over. Boom. There we go. Looking decent. Just need to add that as well. Cool. Let's go ahead and get some of these overhangs as well, and just get the roof situated, and then we'll go in with all the detailing and make it all nice and pretty. You know, that's the whole goal of Planet Zoos, making everything nice and coherent. And we'll go back to the log set so we can finish up just the walls here. There we go. And it's being a little weird. There we go. Okay. Walls are nearly in place. Our first building is getting close to completion just a little bit. Oh, I misplaced that one. That's why it was being weird. There we go. The walls are being built. Oh, it's still in a weird spot. Why is this one piece giving me difficulty? There we go. Yeah. No, that's gonna bug me. Okay, we need to move this still. There we go. Oh my word. Okay, and then we just do the exact same process on the other side. Hopefully it doesn't take as long, because we can just duplicate this, move it over. No, we can't. Okay, that's not working either. Okay, we'll go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way then. There we go. And then I'm not sure exactly how to do this part, because I kind of made it curved. So that might be a little bit more difficult, and something we might have to unfortunately do by hand, but we're gonna see. Is it this piece that's a little weird? There's a little glitching happening. Okay. I might be able to just... Let me think through this part. I can make it look... Is that kind of cool? I don't know. Yeah, sure. Let's do it that way. Make it look like that, though. Sure. We can put something on there. That's part of the decorating. It's always good to kind of make the shapes of buildings a little wonky sometimes. Just so it's not always just a square box. There we go. Same with the path system, you know. We're doing the same thing. But we definitely don't want it to just look brown. That's the thing. That's where we're wanting to do. We're going to add a bit of this texture to it. Actually, we're going to do that. And that's just going to give it more of that Pacific Northwest cabin vibe that we're wanting to run with. I'll go ahead and curve it like that. And it should pretty much line up with what we're trying to do here. Not exactly. We're gonna have to move it a little bit. So then it kind of just sticks out of the wood just a little bit. There we go. And we mostly, we're gonna go ahead and split this from the group so we can get it more in line with here. And then we can go ahead and move that. Does that ruin that? No, we're good. Okay, that'll be covered by trees. And then we can do the exact same thing over on this side. So then it makes it look like there's a bit of a stone foundation. And then we can kind of just wrap the building with it. And yeah, go ahead and split those so I can make it a little bit more poking out. There we go. Yeah, see? Details starting to come together. We can also do, there's so many beautiful logs in this game to help make it a little bit more 3D. This one, I think, blends in too much. This one is a very nice texture. I use this one all the time. Plus, there's like a little bit of green on it. Perfect for a Pacific Northwest vibe. There's moss everywhere there. And we'll go ahead and add these on all the corners as well as the taller one to help make this point right here. Yeah. And then we'll go ahead and kind of extend this every 4. Just kind of like this. And then I can actually, am I able to just extend that one a little bit like that? No, that might have to be the taller one actually. Cool. I can put that there though. And then all the way down this side. Not many people are going to see this side, so we can kind of go quick on it. As long as it's passable. That's sometimes the goal right there. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and add, maybe make these kind of like sticking out. And then this one goes right there. And then we'll also have that attached to that one. And we'll need actually one more right there. Cool. And we'll make it even on each side. There we go. And I've just looked at our money. We're already halfway through all of our money. So we'll need to finish up this guest area. Hopefully once we get it open, all of these gift shops and stuff will be making us money right away. We're going to go ahead and do this as info booth as well. And why is that not wanting to attach to the path? It's wanting to attach there. Part of the trickiness of dealing with paths. Come on. I know you want to. Don't be scared. Okay, that's fixable. Let's go ahead and get that all done. And then we'll get that attached. And it's so close. There we go. Okay, that'll be fine. And then let's see if we can get this little broken part fixed as well. It's not looking like it. Okay. And can I get this part fixed? No. No, I cannot. Go ahead and just back up right there. There we go. I will... Does anything work there? How about the info booth? Can I add this? Just one person's just standing there? Okay, I can add her. I can add her there. You know what? That'll have to do. We'll just hope people don't look behind her. Okay. I'm thinking that's pretty close to the outside of the building done. We'll get into a little bit of finer details and decals in a little bit. I do want to add one more thing, actually. I've changed my mind. We're adding a little bit of wood beams to go as structural supports. And I'm looking for the most perfect wood beam, and it's this one. We're going to add these to kind of the outside, like right here, and right here. And then we'll go ahead and we need this one. So this gives it a little bit more detailing. Right up here. Line it up. And then we're just going to have it kind of spit off like this. And I think that gives it even more detailing. There we go. And then we'll rotate it perfectly, like, ooh, that is definitely not perfectly. I don't want it to look wonky. Okay. We need that menu. It's definitely more like that. Okay. Like that. Cool. And then we'll just copy that across. All the way to the front as well. I think it just gives it a little bit more of a 3D feel as well. More home feel. I do want to kind of make that one more there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking that's kind of like the first building that the zoo built back in the day. And then they recently remodeled. So we're going to want to carry over similar themes to this one, but I'm wanting to make it look more as zoos would now. So we're going to want to... We need to go ahead and get all of these paths attached. So then I can go in. And I love... There's this Twilight Rock. Where is it? And I forget the name of it. This. Mason work wall. And it's kind of perfect for that, like, oh, we're copying this building, but it's not as aged. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and add these as detailing on the outside. Get that going. We just need to move it slightly. There we go. And we'll just take this all the way around. Like so. And then I think we'll need to get kind of fancy with it on this side. Just because it's not perfectly lined up. And like so. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay. Now we need to go ahead and get the roof going. As soon as I kind of lay out these few things. Let's get an arch for that. Let's get... We're gonna want to do a door frame. If I go ahead... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Go ahead and lower that. We're gonna be making a door, so... I'm not gonna want it perfectly lined up. And that'll be a good enough kind of door for now. I do need to duplicate this and extend it a bit further. There we go. Same with this one. So then it's right up against it. There we go. Cool. And then we'll want probably a newer looking roof. I personally love, what is it called? Is this it? Yes, the metal clad roof. It is by far the best roof in my opinion. We're going to want to kind of do it the same way we did with the other one. But for this one, we're going to want to try to make it a little bit looking more modern. So we're going to have it... Which way do I want to face this? Yeah, let's do it this way. Okay. As you can see, it kind of looks wonky right now, but it's going to look beautiful by the time we get into it. Grid size, we're going to go like so. So then it's both sticking out evenly. And then we're going to have to do stained wood again. So then it's all up here, but we don't want purple. We want the brown color. There we go. And then we'll just go ahead and get all of that in place. Is that lined up? I don't think it was fully lined up. There we go. Cool. And then as soon as we have these in place, we can get into the finer detailing. I love starting with the grid pieces, so then we don't have to struggle with those later. There we go. And then let's get some of, I think it's glass. Yeah, we're gonna want some of the grid glass pieces. And what the best looking modern piece, it's this one. Actually, let's go ahead and do, is there the thicker glass one? No, that's opaque. Where's the thicker glass? It is, oh, it's these pieces, the glass wall ones. Okay, I love these ones. You can go ahead and turn the frames to black. And I think it just fits this vibe perfectly. There we go. Cool. That's a bit more modern, I'd say. Okay, let's add some logs. And we're not gonna want the brown mossy logs. Oh my goodness, I forgot. We need these pieces. Not just metal. I need the overlay. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. And then get those on that side. It just makes it look a lot more real and better. Yeah, that's looking like a good gift shop so far. Okay, we got 20 grand to still work with. And that's all I need. I do actually still need to build the enclosure. I did forget about that part, but people don't start coming to zoos until you have animals, which makes sense. I don't think people would want to just come to the gift shop right now. We'll need to give them a reason very soon to want to come and visit the Northridge Zoo. But we will. We will. We just gotta get this going first. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and line that up and extend it all the way up to connect there. Then we can kind of keep bringing the logs over. I just realized that's not fully connected either. Let's go ahead and get that kind of moved over. And then we can keep bringing this on over this way. And like I said, I don't think a lot of people are going to be back here, so we can kind of go quickly on this part. There we go. Cool. And then one final area with the logs. There we go. Okay. And then one last log group. And just go ahead and extend that up to the glass. I actually want to move this back. Oh, one. There we go. Okay. That's looking like pretty good detailing. I actually want to change that wall. I think that would look really good as glass, actually. I will have to decorate the inside a little bit, though, if we make the window, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. And I want modern glass for that. I love this kind of piece that's fun looking. And then I'm going to just cover up these ugly looking parts real quick. Just so we can kind of take in the beauty a little bit of what we're building on the inside. I'll kind of probably get into more of the detailing at a different time on the inside. I don't want to spend too much money making the craziest inside gift shop and then I'm not even able to build the first enclosure. That would be a little rough. But for now we can just kind of cover these up so they look a little bit nicer. And then I need to make the doors a little bit. So in order to do these doors, we're going to want to do some of these pane pieces. Actually, let's get the doors down first. And I love doing these glass doors. And just lining it up. And then kind of just swinging them out as if it's like open. There we go. And then we'll just go ahead and copy one over. What's a door size? I don't think that would connect. Okay, let's make it where... Oh, we definitely actually get rid of that one piece. There we go. And then we'll just copy this over and line it up. We might need the pane piece. Yeah. Okay. Or I can get those logs, actually. We'll just move this slightly over. There we go. Get that lined up. And then we can move this on down. And then in order to fill this gap, we just need to duplicate that. Low-key, I think we actually can just delete. No, we can't. That's too low. Okay, this is getting a little more in-depth than I was thinking it would, but we need to get a panel, actually. So we'll go ahead and delete that, get this in. And this way, we can kind of play with it ourselves and adjust it to match it fit perfectly. There we go. And then extend that over. There we go. Okay. I might actually make this too thick as well, just to kind of make it symmetrical. And then we'll go in font, and we want everyone to know this is the gift shop. So we need to spell out gift shop now. Where is the G? There it is. There we go. Okay. Best spot would just be right above the door, probably. So we're gonna go spell out gift. We want everyone right as they're leaving or getting here, whenever they wanna. We just need them to stop by. Essentially. Why is that getting cut off? Oh, it's not perfect. Okay, well, we'll make it perfect. And then H. I'm getting put on the spot right here with my spelling skills, but I think I can spell shop. There we go. Okay. And then we'll make it all look perfect, lined up with each other, because gift definitely seems like it's not lined up right now. And then we'll move the G over. There we go. I think that's... maybe the O's not perfect. There we go. And then we'll go ahead, and so it's not as bright, we'll go ahead and make it just like a light gray. There we go. Cool. And for now, we're going to say that's the gift shop. I need to go in and decorate it a little bit more. There's one more thing. I do need to add a floor. I just realized there's just grass in there. And you can't go inside and there just be grass. So we'll just go ahead and use this lovely piece right here. Actually, I think there's a better one. Since we're wanting to do the newer looking thing. Not that one. What is it called? What is it called? Twilight. Yeah, it's the same thing we used on the outside essentially, but now we're using it on the inside. And I think it looks lovely. And then just 2 down that way, and then we can scoot it over so it lines up perfectly with what we built on the inside. There we go. And then I might need to make a little bit of a lip with it. What is it called? Mason's. Mason work. I'm not going to forget that name the rest of the series, because I will be using this literally everywhere. I actually need to... I want to duplicate this and get it on the inside here for the glass. Actually, I think it would look better with the wood. Let's... oh, I just realized there's a lip in here. Let's duplicate that over here and scoot it over. We strive for perfection sometimes. There we go. Okay, and then I can just go ahead, duplicate that, send it on over to under the glass. And then, oh, lower it all the way down there. There we go. Okay, the inside's kind of coming together. We'll make it look prettier very, very soon. I say as I'm still, just fix these, or else it's gonna drive me crazy. Go ahead and line it up. And boom. Okay. Okay, now it's done. We'll get the exterior, interior very, very soon, but we need to move on to even bigger and better things. One more thing. I just remembered I was going to put a log right in there. So then it covers up that. And then lowering, split that from the group. Lower it, boom, makes it a little bit more inviting. Oh wait. We'll make it really inviting by adding this little, we need people to see this, and that it's the toilets. There we go. And then maybe one kind of hanging from the outside. We just need like a little, ooh, what would those be called? Holder? No, that's not it. I need like a metal attachment. Pole? I guess, well, let's just do a pole. There's these beautiful metal poles that will work perfectly to hold our sign in place. But we don't want them sticking too far out. There we go. Hold that and hold that. You're doing a very important work poll by telling everyone where the restroom is. There we go. We'll go ahead and extend those a bit. There we go. Okay. Now you know, restrooms, gift shop. Two most important things when you get to the zoo. Okay, cool. And then I'll figure out that eventually. But for now, I want to get into this middle section. So we have the general layout. I think it's looking gorgeous. I'll put something on here. But I want to get into the actual, when you're walking up, the beauty of it. And I'm thinking I'm actually going to probably, I might move those back eventually. But for now, we'll make a parking lot eventually. There's plenty of space for a parking lot. But with 20 grand of the budget and no animals to bring in money yet, we need to focus on the first things first. And that is making this entrance area a beautiful thing that people will want to take pictures of when they're walking up. First off, we need security. We don't want anyone breaking in here without paying. That's just so we make money because it's franchise mode. Okay, let's go ahead and turn that brown. Like I said, this is probably something that the zoo added on this addition part as the zoo grew. So I'm going to be using like more modern pieces, kind of like this mesh. I absolutely love this mesh fence that they added. And you'll probably see it quite a bit throughout this whole zoo. So there we go. And then I'll go ahead and kind of continue the wood beam that we were using earlier. I might actually do this brown because this brown is very nice. And then we can kind of get into it from here once we have these lined up. Because I'm not going to go full out and do like a whole ticket thing, but we need to still look like a desirable destination. And then we'll go ahead, get angle snap on, so then I can rotate it up. And that can be exactly lined up like so. Why isn't that exactly lined up? Oh, that's not perfectly 4 meters. I'm gonna make this center one thicker. When in doubt, just make it thicker. That's what I always say. No, I think it was the first time. I think that was the first time I said it, but hey, nonetheless, I just said it, so. Okay. I'm actually gonna wanna, you know what? We're gonna try to attach this to one of the pillars out here. I think that would look better if it was attached to these steel beams. If that's realistic, I'm not entirely sure if that was like, they would let you attach it to the structural support of the platform, but that's what we're gonna do. You can extend belief a little bit, but we do want to attach it right there. There we go. And then we want to get these wood beams and kind of drag these down so it looks like the mesh is actually attached to something and not just the ground. Because that would look ridiculous. No, it wouldn't look ridiculous, but we do want it to look good. This is the first thing people are seeing when they're coming to the zoo. Okay. There we go. And then I do think it'd be cool if we had something here. And that something's going to be probably, I think I know what I want, but I forget the name of it. It's something plank. That's not it. Those aren't it. Maybe it's not something plank. Now I'm being put on the spot and I have to look through every wood piece there is. What is the name of that thing? Are the... These wouldn't look bad, actually. Kind of adds it, and then it's still the see-through thing. Okay, let's do these. I've changed my mind. And that's how easy changing my mind can be sometimes. Okay. I think that gives it the modern flair, but still has like that wood texture. Yeah. Okay. It's not perfectly matched up. We'll go ahead and do that. Why is that not matched up? Oh, it's sticking through. There you go. And then we'll extend this. Whoa, that's not the way we wanted. That's the way we wanted. Extend that a little bit further. Extend that a little bit further. I think it'd be kind of cool if there was like a... Oh, yeah, that's actually looking really good. I just need to extend the beams as well, I think. And we'll add those to the end of that. I don't know, I'm just kind of improvising now, guys. This is... I mean, I did all the things I had planned originally. And now we're just kind of getting into the make it look pretty phase. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I can dig it. And then, the one thing I still need to do is the font. We're needing to make the sign of Northridge. And I'm not going to use that font. I'm going to use this one. And this one is going to be a lot of spelling. Northridge Zoo. I basically came up with it because we're up north. And we're kind of on a ridge with the water that I placed around here. And it's a zoo. So that's basically how I did it. No, I kind of was thinking through, like, what would an actual zoo be named? I knew I wanted to do Pacific Northwest vibes. So, yeah, that's just kind of how it spawned. This is kind of like, the entrance is loosely based off of the Point Defiance Zoo. That's up near Seattle. It's in Tacoma. Beautiful zoo. And yeah, I really enjoy the stuff that they have there. And they have like a really simple entrance that kind of has this name spread across it. Kind of like that. And it just does the trick, really. You don't need anything fancy sometimes. Sometimes you just need a little bit of spelling. Oh, we need this north to be a little bit closer, actually. Is that perfect? Yeah, that's looking pretty good. And then we'll do the same thing we did with the gift shop. See if it looks better as gray. We might keep it white, actually. White, gray. White, gray. Green? Ooh, that actually brought something out. Wait a second. Now that I'm thinking that it can be a different color than white or gray. Blue? Am I crazy for that? Blue? I don't hate it. Feel like I need something darker behind it too, because it's kind of a little see-through. Do we go back to the plaster pieces? Or that wood plank that I was looking for earlier. Where the heck is that plank? I definitely know it exists, and I'm not crazy. Where is it? Is this it? Oh my gosh, this is it. I forgot what I was originally going to use it for, but this is the piece I was looking for. I'm not crazy. But I do need I'm just going to place them essentially behind the sign, just to make it a little darker here. We'll go ahead and attach it. But I am happy because it would have been all blocked off. I do like the see-throughness of the conservation kind of panels. Ooh, I'm messing up here. Sometimes mistakes can be the best surprises, though. Okay. And then how far did I take it? I took it all the way? Okay. We'll go ahead and take it all the way here, too. And then just a little bit more, but we don't want it to glitch out. I'm hoping they fix this in the sequel. There we go. Okay. Oh my word. I think that looks pretty good, actually. I'm saying that not to hype myself up, but it's just I'm looking at my little post-it note that I drew this on, and it's looking a lot better than the post-it note. Okay, I will say that. But yeah, this is getting down to it. We need more stuff though. We'll go ahead and rotate that. Kind of get some things going in this middle area, because as good as it looks from the front, this entrance behind, we're still working on. So I'm thinking a little bit of a flower bed wouldn't hurt. Kind of in this little grass pit. When in doubt, flower pit it out is kind of the... Oh, what did I just do? Oh no, I had it perfect. Okay, there we go. And boom. Flower pit nearly achieved on that side. Oh, this one's a weirder grass shape look. Okay. This is gonna take a little bit more finessing, but I'm not scared of the challenge. Okay. And that's pretty much the challenge complete. I feel like I hyped it up more than it actually was difficult. Okay. And then that goes that way. And that's not lined up at all. But it's going to be. Something was off there, but I don't know what. It was probably my mistake, but we're not going to say that was. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and add one of my favorite pieces of all time, the mulch. Oops. Where's the mulch? Show me the mulch. We'll just go ahead and put that all down, right all up in there, and it's going to be covered by so many plants that you won't be able to see these edges. And we're going to get all beautiful plants and everything. Ooh, this is getting a little bit more difficult over here. Okay. We're going to need... Can you see the inside? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, no, I'm panicking. Not that small. Okay. I think we can go ahead and do... Turn that off first off. We just need some of these real quick, just to fill in this little area. We don't want any dirt spillage, not in my garden. And then we'll go ahead and take it. Ooh, I missed this whole side. What am I doing? I'm getting lazy. There we go. And no dirt spilling in or out. We need to get smaller pieces for this little section. There we go, and there we go. No spillage. Oh, it's beautiful in here, and it's beautiful out here. Okay, and then we're gonna be doing the same thing right here. And I just realized that we're gonna be going and getting crazy. Oh, wrong little button. Getting crazy with our flower patch here. This is gonna be a fun little statue though. I guess we can get started on this little area, because we need to do this as well. This is kind of the last little section. Ooh, that's going up. There we go. This will be the kind of the last little section. We need the beam. I'm spelling Arctic wrong. Okay. Go ahead and position snap it just so it's lined up. And we'll go ahead and take it downtown. There we go. And then from here, I can kind of start getting crazy with it on this curve. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. I love doing a little curve. Doesn't need to be perfect, because it'll be covered up by a little bit of rocks and stuff, but we want the general sense that there is a wood kind of beam here. And we can duplicate this one, bring it over. And I'm starting to regret all these curves I'm doing because it's making this part a little bit more difficult, but that's okay. It wouldn't be worth it if it wasn't difficult. There we go. It's crazy. I've already been building for an hour and I haven't even seen an animal in the zoo game. But we will. But we will. And it's going to be so worth it. Okay. You can go ahead and take the guesses down below what kind of animals you're thinking are going to be in the zoo. We are in franchise mode, so it does kind of change some of the animals that you might be guessing. Just because some things are a little expensive to feed, okay? So we're having to start off a little small and then kind of get crazier and crazier animals as we get richer. There we go. Okay, that's good enough. Good enough flower pot. And of course we need to bring the mulch in and just go crazy with our mulch. Right up all in here. Now there's going to be a couple animal statues in here that I just realized might give away some of the animals actually. So you'll see some of the animals that are coming to the zoo, but you have to guess the others, okay? Promise me that. There we go. There we go. That's a nice bit of mulch work right there. A lot more room on this one. I love doing little animal statue things as you kind of walk in. Kind of sets the tone for what's to come at the zoo. And you know what? I'm going to set the tone even more. And we're going to put a big old rock in here. Now we got lots of rocks to choose from. I don't know if you've ever played Planet Zoo, but you get lots of rocks to choose from. Even more so, you get this tiny little rock. You get big rocks like that. But I think since we're in the taiga, we're just going to go with taiga. All that suspense just to say I'm picking the taiga rock right here. And I love making like a little rock formation where a bunch of like animal statues kind of are displayed. It's just something I like to do, you know? Some people like to go mountain biking. Some people like to go scuba diving. I like to make little rock statues. Yeah, that's just a little bit about me, really. Okay, we'll just kind of decorate this a little bit, and then we'll get some trees in here. And then that way we kind of know what trees we're going to be rocking with the rest of the build. I kind of like having the unison trees throughout the whole park. Just so then, you know, kind of ties it together. It's going to be a lot of pine trees. I'll tell you that much right now. Okay. Now let's get some statues going. So we got a lot of statues right up in here. And you can get a lot of these by playing the, what is it, career mode. And there's like bronze statues, there's gold statues, there's silver statues, but you have to be, those are rewarded. There's also this kind of statue. And I think you can change the color. No, you can't change that color. Okay. So let me see what animals are in here that I'm needing to add. And I think it's gonna have to be this kind of rock statue color. So this might be giving away one animal right there. Okay. Yes, we will be having camels. What other ones were there? We're gonna have those. Little snake. We're gonna have some penguins. I feel like I need a bigger statue to be the top. I think it's gonna be this. There we go. Oh yeah, that fits. There we go. Okay, let's just have those four. I don't want to be giving away too much, guys. I don't want to be giving away too much, okay? Oh, I can give away one more, can't I? Yeah, that does fit. Okay. Yeah, we'll give away that one. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, we'll make it even more beautifuler, though. With some taiga from North America. This is what we're rocking with for the rest of the series. We need some beautiful flowers, though. A lot of ferns is going to be in the park. A lot of ferns. But for now, let's get a little bit of like a little aspen. No, that's too much. Can we get one of these? I don't think that's bad. One little tree like that. Okay. And we'll get a bush kind of to sit in the back there. Get some ferns in the back. This part maybe isn't as kept up as the front part is. We want a little bit of overgrowth though. And I'm assuming this like statue is probably added during the renovation of the entrance. So that's why they kind of like have a nicer budget with the look of it. Okay. I think that's sweet. I kind of want a different color of a flower too, though. But there's not a lot. Oh, this is... How did I not see this purple? Oh, yes. This is what I was looking for. You know what? Oh. Oh, it's stunning. That's the most beautiful flower bed I think I've ever seen. And I hope you guys all agree with that. Okay. Now we kind of need to fill in these. We're going to kind of just scatter them about for now. And then where was that other flower? Is it that one? No. That one? Yeah. And then we'll kind of add all of that. And then the rest gets ferns. Oh my goodness, I love ferns. Where are the ferns? Where are the ferns at? Oh, we'll just do that. That just kind of fills in the rest of the space. There we go. You know what I just realized? There aren't any flower beds out here. And that's crazy to me. We need to change that. I think this entrance area out here needs a bit of TLC. Don't you think? There we go. Yeah, let's start making this outside area a little bit prettier. Uh-huh. And we'll go ahead and do that. And that. And that's as far as I'm going to go right now. Because I think I'm going to change this little entrance area eventually. Is it going to be today? Probably not. Oops. Once we have more money. I am kind of starting to get concerned of how much I've already spent because I also need to build all of the staff facilities. And I'm starting to get worried. We're going to go broke pretty soon. That's kind of that's the fun part about, franchise mode. The fear of going broke. Because it's just like a real zoo. Okay, I'll get those kind of flower beds all up in here. I guess we can extend it going this way as well, just so it closes off the thing. Mulch all the way up in here. Mulch everywhere. Okay, that's probably enough mulch. And then we'll get some rocks over here to cover up the harsh edges. Maybe end the flower bed there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's coming together. Coming together nicely. Actually needed to put mulch over here. There we go. Does this need a flower bed? No, that part doesn't need a flower bed. I'll take all the screenshots and stuff from here. There we go. Yeah. We do need tiger rocks. Yeah, they do. And then we'll just kind of cover up the rest of that remaining area. Fill in some with these smaller rocks. Just so the smaller rocks feel just as important. And maybe put some, there'll be like just bushes over here maybe. I do kind of want to make a little bit of like an edge though. Just so it feels a little bit more lived in. And then maybe we could do the push from back here. Oh yeah. Just like that. I'm gonna need to move these. I do not like the location of that. What if we do the sidewalk there? You know, people come in from the parking lot. It won't be just... So then the parking lot would be like somewhere around here, where everyone parks their cars. I don't know. I'll get into that. I'll get into the parking lot later once I have more money. Like I said, I'm starting to stress. But that'll be for a different time. Let's frame this as beautiful as we can. For now, let's get back into our plant selection. Filters, continent, North America. Oh, this is... Well, that would look nice. Maybe not that big. Let's do a little bit of a story there. I don't know. Little trees, some trees knocked down. Or just like the look of it. Oh, yeah. There we go. Ooh. Yes. Let's get that over here too. There we go. And then maybe it's not as pretty out here. No, they would keep it pretty out here. Who am I kidding? Just maybe not flowers. Maybe some flowers, but a lot more ferns out here. Ah, it's stunning. Do I have like a little aspen? Ooh, what is that? Oh, that's a tall aspen. I do want this pine tree right back there. We'll do that, and I guess we'll do some kind of flower, some color. Where's the flowers that we were doing? It wasn't those. It was these. Yeah, we're just gonna start throwing colors at it now. Definitely colors on this one. And then maybe we do some of that pink one so it evens out. I feel like that looks so much more tropical than what I'm aiming for. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the pink ones. I don't like the pink ones. I like the purple ones, but I think these pink ones look too tropical. Oh, they're hanging upside down. I can't even select it. Let me delete it. No. Get rid of the purple. Oh, no. Okay, we're gonna cover it as much as we can. No, you can still see through it. Let me just select. Okay. We're gonna have to delete all of that just so I can delete that. Okay. Sorry for my frustration there. I just really didn't want the pink one. Okay, there we go. We'll add the white flower up here. And then we'll get the white flower over here as well. With more ferns. There we go. I'll do like a taller bush back there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's coming together. It's coming together nicely. That does need to be extended. There we go. Okay, I think I low-key am starting to think we're getting really, really close to being done here. At least with the entry plaza, which is the goal for today's video. I think one of the last things we need to kind of get going is benches and bins. You want people throwing away stuff where you want them to. You don't want to just give them free to reign. And I low-key think it's between this bench. Ooh, that is a nice bench. This bench. Not that bench. Okay. We also need bins. I love this conservation bin, not gonna lie. Because you can color it whatever you want. And if you do brown, oh my gosh. Yeah, we're just using the brown bin right there. We'll put one there, I guess. I need to start figuring out where the bins are going. There. I guess we'll put one there. We'll put one outside the bathrooms. We'll put some of the bins back here. We'll put a bin. Does that make sense? No, not there. We'll put it there and there. And then, ooh, wet bench. I feel like this would fit well, but not throughout the whole zoo. So maybe I just use it in the entry plaza? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. We're gonna move that. We're gonna add a second one. We're gonna add one over here. Get rid of these. We'll have different benches throughout. But the entry plaza is definitely getting this bench because it looks so nice. Do that. Was something glitching here? Oh, no, not on my watch. There we go. And then we'll get a bench for people who are waiting for their family members to go to the bathroom. And then we'll get benches around here. And a bench there. And then benches more. Eventually. But yeah, I'm starting to think this is looking pretty decent. Can't think of much more. I know I need an ATM. This is essential. Oh, I forgot I don't have paths over here. Is that gonna connect? Oh my gosh. Doing paths under. Oh no, that's even so much worse. Can I do a path there? Oh, okay. We'll just have the ATMs be viewable through the window. So people will know exactly why they're coming in. Except I don't like this bright green. We'll go ahead and do it that blue. Same as the, I guess the zoo color. I don't know. I kind of like the blue. It gives off the cool vibe, the Pacific Northwest vibe. Okay. I'm starting to think, I'll fix this. I promise I'll fix that. I just need to deal with the pathway, and I was getting frustrated with how long it was taking. And that's the complete entrance plaza done. I'm excited to see what the next few things we're gonna be adding. You can actually watch the next one right now. It's on your screen right here. Go ahead and click it. I'll see you in that one.